Hi guys, so we're going to look at JLo's chart today. I just recently watched her documentary on Netflix and it was actually really inspiring. She's a very strong, independent sort of Leo woman, and she grew up around very strong women as well. And it's women like her and, Beyonce that are sort of part of this movement they may not even be aware of, that is about sort of strong, independent, career-oriented women that we haven't really previously had. And these are both very Leo women, which is opposite to Aquarius, and we are in the age of Aquarius. And this is sort of helping us recognize and balance this need for freedom and knowledge with hearts and passion. So her Sun square Saturn can give a sort of internal need to prove herself and her place in the world. And it may be that she didn't really feel respected growing up and that she really had to work hard for this. Also to be recognized and appreciated, because we all want to be appreciated for what we can bring to the world. So this aspect does make for very ambitious people, very hardworking people. And she does say in her documentary that she actually doesn't need to win an Oscar to be seen, to be respected. And she realizes that she can get this through having just these small positive interactions and these influences that she can have on people. And her Sun is also making a closer and also more positive aspect to Jupiter, the great benefic. So that's really good. It gives some confidence and a more ability to express herself. And this aspect is going towards that stellium in the 12th house. So this positivity is going towards her ability to get in touch with her more creative and artistic side. And being rejected when you're younger can make you really retreat and sometimes even isolate yourself. And this is really the 12th house. But when you retreat, you find the treasures and the talents and things that you didn't previously know you had. It's a really positive aspect in her chart, and it makes it so that Sun-Saturn square is less crushing and sort of debilitating part of her life. And so supporting her confidence, her fire, her ambition is a lovely Sagittarius Mars. A very wild and free part of her personality. It's also trining her Sun and her Mercury, and she'll need a lot of space to express any frustration or anger. And this can also give like restless legs, a need to move, and I think she really channels this through her dancing. And Chiron there making a grand trine with her fire signs there means that her fire and her passion, when used positively, is very healing for her. And this is really where she gets her strength from and can really help others heal, and especially those that have lost motivation or confidence. And she can be a really great leader when she sort of gets out of her own way and isn't abrasive or obnoxious or demanding, which can be sort of negative fire sign traits. The Leo Sun sounds really fun because it's at home in Leo and they're very confident and loud and proud, everything people kind of aspire to be. But it can also see a little bit more of the negative side of Leo because it is just so strong there with the Leo Sun. And it just amplifies the ego and need for recognition. And this is maybe why that Saturn Sun square was really hard for her, because she really did need that recognition and to be encouraged. But what she got instead was really harsh critics throughout her career. But we do say squares are opportunity for great talent though. And it was because she had to work so hard that she was so criticized, that she became so inspiring and really successful. Saturn is also squaring not only the Sun but the Mercury there. So this can really restrict and then refine how someone communicates. There tends to be sort of an inner voice critiquing everything they say until there comes maturity and sort of confidence over time. And she may also have an inner need to speak really carefully, and it really does add weight to what she wants to say and a message she wants to get across, which in turn can bring respect. And Venus trine the Ascendant, I've definitely talked about this before. This is definitely a beauty aspect, very symmetrical face as she has, and very beauty physically, but also energetically in the way that they come across. So it definitely makes her come across less abrasive with all those fire placements. And she may have a love of sharing stories and experiences and ideas, with the Venus in Gemini in the 9th house. Also a love of traveling and connecting with lots of different people from different cultures that may come very naturally to her. But most interestingly is her Pluto conjunct her South Node in Virgo. So it's a very powerful influence and even an obsession to perfect a skill, to practice, to physically master something. So it's almost like perfectionism is her comfort zone. And what she'll really need to do is the Pisces North Node. So letting go, let others take control sometimes, not needing everything to be perfect, and see the beauty in that, see the beauty or the perfection in imperfection. And the way that Venus is squaring the nodes there makes me think that maybe she has trouble doing this a little bit, because she may very much love to be involved with what's going on and amongst what's happening with people. And relationships, especially those that are judgmental or superficial, really may not allow her to move forward or evolve, or be able to allow this emotional fluidity to come into her life that she needs to incorporate. And whenever a planet is squaring the nodes like this, it can feel like this, like whatever that planet is doing is stopping us from really moving forward or achieving our goals. It's almost like we're stuck in this weird limbo where we can't move forward or back in life. And with Venus here, this is really romantic partners, really close friendships as well can do this. And this placement doesn't mean that you can't make relationships work. It just means that you have to put extra effort in towards achieving your goals while maintaining a relationship and keeping them sort of both as important but separate. And lastly, it's interesting that the moon is ruling her MC, so her public achievements and reputation, and the moon there is at a critical degree at 29 degrees Scorpio. And it may have really felt like this recognition she really needed to achieve in this lifetime, almost like it needed to happen. She needed this to manifest, like she was running out of time. It can kind of feel like this with a 29th degree planet. We're at the end of something. We need to finalize something, and whatever that planet is trying to achieve. And a Scorpio moon wants deep, meaningful, emotional connection and expression, and connecting to those deepest, most authentic parts of ourselves. I think she did really want to move people and make that emotional impact. I think she was kind of almost surprised at how successful and completed her life maybe almost felt when she realized she was doing this. And obviously with Cancer, it has a real nurturing quality, and her message was very much to inspire young women to be strong and to be independent and to overcome obstacles in their life. That's her message, and that's her Leo, Sun and Mercury also in the 10th house. That's her legacy she wanted to leave, to inspire her girls as well, her daughters. And it feels very lioness to her cubs, you know, very protective and encouraging. And just quickly, I wanted to touch on her synastry with her partner that she most recently split from, Alex Rodriguez. So they have amazing synastry. I just wanted to talk about it really quick because I think it's an example of how powerful a planet square the nodes can be, with her Venus squaring the nodes. So sometimes it doesn't even really matter how compatible you are with someone. Sometimes our personal lessons may override whether we stay with them or not. So they have his North Node conjunct her moon and her South Node conjunct his moon, which is very karmic, very nurturing. And then they have their suns conjunct by a couple of degrees, so very similar life goals, but maybe with Leo, a bit of competitiveness of the spotlight. And then we've got his Saturn trine her moon, giving her great support and stability, and also with her his Venus trine her Saturn. There's not very much wrong with the composite chart either. If we just quickly look at that, it's very positive, although they may have needed to sort of work on emotional communication and that day-to-day interaction to move forward and sort of overcome any other attachments that they may have. That's really to do with that Venus opposite moon. And sometimes relationships tend not to last if they're not challenging enough. So maybe they did just get too wrapped up in their careers. They have that Capricorn North Node in their composite. So, but very interesting to look at. So leave a like or comment and I'll see you soon.